Now let's get started with the process of breaking through your comfort zone. Let's get started with the process of overcoming stress, anxiety, and fear. As I discussed in the previous video, there are 7 steps to the process. The beginning is understanding the benefits of changing. Now, the first benefit is simply financial. $300 billion a year gets blown just in the US for the effects of stress and anxiety. Globally, that number is so much bigger. Now, why is it like that? Because studies show that you waste or you burn or you're inactive and not being able to perform at your best a third of the time. A third of the time you're either busy managing anxiety, whether it's things that you do, avoiding uncomfortable situations, so therefore you're not doing what you need to do, or just totally taken out of the game. And definitely times that you just don't perform the way you could or should. So a third of the time you're off your game, which means in a 250 workday year, that adds up to 83 days, which basically means that every 2 years you can give yourself a 50% raise if you were able to add back this third. If you were able to take back 83 days a year, and you could, that is literally how big the size of this challenge is to you and your organization. So you're not playing close to what you could play, and you're not earning close to what you could earn. So give yourself a 33% raise this year by learning how to manage overwhelm effectively. So let's make this practical, okay? I want you to be able to make this tangible. I want you to think, I want you to write down today, what would you be able to do if you had this extra money? So 2 steps. Number 1, come up with a number. If you gave yourself an 83 days more a year, so if you gave yourself a 33% raise, what would that number be? Write it down. If you learn the skills that I'm going to teach you throughout these videos, you learn how to manage the supercomputer between your ears. You learn how to effectively deal with the stress, anxiety, and fear in your life. You can then add back 83 days to your year, which is a third to your year, which means you can give yourself a 33% raise. So the first step is write down, if you earn 33% more this year, how much money would that be? Make it tangible. Your brain understands tangibility. The second step is, what would you be able to do if you had all that extra money? So I want you to think a little bit. What would you be able to do? What would you be able to achieve? What would you be able to experience? What would you be able to buy? Who would you be able to make happy? What difference would you be able to make in the people that you love? How much more would you be able to invest in your business? Places you would go, things you would experience, things you would buy. Think about it. It has to be tangible. So number 1, recognize what the number is, how much more you would earn if you add back another third. And number 2, what would it interpret in the real world? What would you be able to buy, have, experience, do? Okay, so now we understand the benefits of changing. The benefits of changing is that I'm going to earn a third more a year. I'm going to have a 33% increase, and I know what that number is. That's the first benefit of change. The second benefit of change is I'm going to be able to have experiences, things that I haven't had in the past. And these are things I really want to have. With that increase in income, I'm going to be able to have so much more in life. And these things are, make a list, come up with 10 things that you would be able to do if you earned a third more. Make it tangible. That's how we create change. Because we've discussed in previous videos that all decisions and actions that we do are driven by emotion, not by logic. So if you understand this logically, it's not going to make the change that we want to create. Decisions are made with emotion and then later on justified with logic. Of course, logic winds up needing to be in place. So it's like a checks and balances to your emotions. But ultimately, emotions will make the decision. So I want you to connect with this emotionally. Emotionally, how would it feel to earn a third more? And emotionally, what would it feel like to have all these extra experiences in life? That's the first step of this process. Please do it. Follow through with me. If you do this, you will have a massive transformation in your life and move towards the life that you desire and we both know you truly deserve to live.